So good evening. This is a video I will be talking about teaching your severely autistic children or autistic children an eye contact. And this is it's a primary skill. It should be in place when you teach them. It does take some time, but not as much as potty training. And the duration depends on consistency. Once you start teaching them eye contact, every person that participates in training should be on the same page and should be using the same phrase, which is look at me. This is the key phrase that you're going to be using. Your teacher, your ABA, BCBA, everybody has to be seeking that attention from them using the same command. And with severely autistic children, the command should be very simple, just the keywords. You avoid other ones. So it's going to be just the three. Look at me. Now, when you teach an eye contact, you will be addressing visual sensory and auditory sensory, because they need to hear and they need to see to learn that skill. And you're going to be teaching them, you're going to be giving them both. You're going to be asking them look at me, and you're going to be showing them what they have to look at. They're not going to be look at you, they're going to be looking at what you're going to be showing them. And they're just not interested actually to look at you. And that's a primary skill, or primary step rather. They're not going to be looking at you, they're going to be looking at what you're showing them, and then you're just going to fade that out eventually, the item that you're showing, so they can actually look at you, because eventually they will get used to look at me. They're going to be looking like my child. He's looking at me right now. So we are teaching eye contact through visual and auditory sensories. And before you get to this point, you need to observe and evaluate your child. And I'm sorry, I'm reading my notes because I'm very tired. It's kind of hard to go to that, my graveyard. Anyway, so you're going to be observing your child, and you're going to be making evaluation. And what are you looking at? You're looking at, since we have visual and auditory sensory, we're going to be using lights and we're going to be using sounds. And you also have to consider where are they at with this, okay? Where are they at? For example, I did my video on sensories, and I showed up the chart that I did for my own child. Like, I took every sensory breakdown and I put where he's at, because I know how much pain he can tolerate, whether it's little pain or no pain or more pain. Same thing with visual and auditory sensory. You want to look at them and examine them. And I will give you just this one example for the purpose of this video, right? But you want to look at both visual and auditory. So we'll take as example auditory, hearing. That is going to be a scale on a scale of 10, which is -10, 0, +10. 0, this is a normal hearing. -0, that would be more like a low tolerance, and +0 would be a high, meaning high. They can tolerate high sounds, and -10, they can not tolerate high sounds. So it's actually even going in more details to figure that level, where are they at. But if they have like my child, he has auditory sensory, but just to certain sounds. And like a train would make sound, or like when people screaming, he's gonna cover his ears. But music, loud music, is okay with him, and I just know because we've been throughout different environments, and I see when he covers his ears, so I kind of already know. But he can tolerate a loud sound as long as it is not screaming or like a drying hands machine, that kind of stuff for him. But your child will be probably different. And some of them cannot tolerate sound at all. or it has to be very low, because they can sense, they have such a fine hearing that they don't need that extra volume. And that's why when you put a regular tone or sound, they just have issues, because that's, you know, they don't need that to be that loud because they can hear just fine. So next would be just an examination. You're going to be observing your child, what they like. Do they like lights? What kind of lights? Flashing lights, low flashing lights, frequency, brightness, contrast. You're gonna have to consider that. So you're gonna be needing more than one toy to figure that out. Same thing with sounds. If you already know that your child can only take very little sound, then you're gonna be having toys that have volume control. So you're gonna put them on a lower volume, right? And I think I covered my notes, so I just want to show you this. But this is what I did with my sensories, and this is where you want to evaluate your child with both auditory and visual sensories and see where they're at. And let's say you already did all this, you know that your child may not tolerate very loud sound and very bright lights. You kind of figure that out by showing them this, and see how they respond. You take that data. Then you go to the items that will be fun. And my child does not, you know, he's into phones now, but he still likes these baby toys. And I brought them, and I'm recording this, so my hands are free. So we'll see if Brendan even comes in. If I gonna get him attracted to these toys, and I picked up a few to show you what can be used. And Brendan did not see them yet, and he's watching. What is he watching Escape from Pompeii today, by the way. And he's getting a massage from my mom to keep the show going, right? Show must go on. But excuse me. So I got a couple of toys that potentially can draw interest of any child, and my child is severely autistic, 13 years old boy, right? He is now more engaged with digital, and always has been, by the way, always, but he still sometimes has interest in these things, these toys. It just the interest span is not very long. So this one I always had when he was baby, and yeah, he may still be interested at 13 still, but this is really cool toy by Little Einsteins, I think. It does music and it does sounds. Okay, there's one. This is newer one. You can buy this at Walmart right now, actually. This one also same thing. I better turn that on. It started playing, and I don't want to distract him from. Oh, okay. I just turn it on later because I don't want him here right now. He may just come in, you know. So that one, it's a really soft sound, I guess. Oh, let me just.
Call your friend. Who would you like to call? Call your
That could be very calming, not strikingly effective on their vision if they have auditory sensory impairment. Then I've got this one, and I better not touch this one because this one doesn't have button on and off. It has colors, and I'll play it when I'm ready for Brendan to come in, because I think he just might. But it's also, you can buy this Walmart right now. That's a new thing. It has sounds and it has colors and it has movement. And these children that have visual sensory, they sometimes not necessarily the bright lights may affect, but rather the frequency of what's going on. So that's a different one. And one other I was gonna share with you and show you is this one. This is actually for babies. I bought this at CHKD thrift store for $3, right? But this is a baby soother, so you know, babies. So our older severely autistic children, they're like babies. All of their senses and reflexes are not mature and very vulnerable, and this probably will work for any child actually, with a sensor or without, because it also makes white noise. It plays like 40 songs. I play with it just a little bit, but let's see what Brendan does. And this is how you get this different stuff and see which they're gonna get attracted. And then you just pull it back for a little bit on the side, because you know they will like that. And then I guess I'll just do this whole video in once. Then when you get their, you know, interest, and you know that they can tolerate these sounds and lights, then you're just gonna hold it in front of you, just look at me, and you turn that on, and they should be looking. Again, as I mentioned first, if they're not even looking directly, but they engage, or because they can still see when they're not looking at you, they can still see actually. So if they stop doing fidgeting or steaming, that means they're already pretty much looking at you. They're paying attention. That's very important to look for these signs, because they cannot tell us that, right? And then eventually you're just gonna bring that desirable item, because you already have all this stuff. You're just gonna keep it at your eye level. Look at me. And then you go like that. Well, I don't want to turn it on yet, but this is what basically you're teaching them, because you're teaching them, look at me, and they're gonna be able, they will start using to see something in your hand at your eye level, and then you're just gonna fade that out. Bring it back. They will look at you, then you fade it out, right? So let me see if I can get Brennan with any of these toys, and I'm gonna put one by one, just to show you that even 13-year-old can be attracted to this stuff. So let's just see. This is the very first one. This is what he used to have as a baby. Let's see. He's already looking. You just cannot see because he's with my mom getting massage. And that could be also Ma, перестань массаж. I asked my mom to stop massage, so he may just come. It's right here, Brandon. He's reaching out with his hand. Well, you better come in. You want the toy? Well, you need to come in here. Let me see if I can even, because he is interested actually, and he asked for that toy. Well, you come and get it then. He says, I want the toy. Now, he is interested in, remember, he's interested in phones. And he's 13. There he is. Sure. Let me fix this. This not exactly Universal Studios, you know. It is what it is, but it did work. Did you see that? It did work, because this is the toy that he had before. And he probably will play with this for another hour. But I got him. He was getting massage too, you know, and he asked for it. He asked, he independently asked, and he said, can I have the toy? And I was like, no, you come and get it yourself. So, and I don't need to have an eye contact, but let's see if he comes out here. Hold on. We're gonna try to demonstrate eye contact, and the other three toys he never saw before. Okay, that's why I started with the one that he actually already used to see. So we'll see. Brandon, Brandon. I think he's in the bathroom, just routine. Let me just pause it so I can come back later because I may need to be assistant in there. So he had to take a bathroom break. So now he went to his bed. But let's try this toy he never seen before. Hopefully it's loud enough to get him over here because he's way back in the bed there. Gosh, this is not. This is what you probably want for children that have very low tolerance to loud sounds. Because the sound is very, very soft, just no volume. But because my child can hear it very fine and he already sees it. He already sees it. He's already coming in. Now watch this. I'm getting him. Hey, hey. Let me show you. Okay, Brendan, look at me. Thank you so much. Look at me. What? You want that toy?
Yes.
How do you say it?
Mommy.
Mommy?
Mommy toy, yes.
Toy, yes. Yes, there you go. I hope you saw because I don't know what the... It's crazy. I'm working like hardcore. And this is not even all yet. But he's looking at me and this is what I'm doing. So maybe I'll just sit here and when he comes in for the next toy, I'm prepared. I'm gonna try this one. He's never seen that one before. He's now engaged obviously with those two, but you're gonna keep just one and you're gonna look at me, not at you but at the toy. But you already established a level of eye contact. And every time you show them something, they're gonna be looking right here. Oh, there he comes. He's looking, but he's not coming yet because he's still engaged with those toys that I gave him. But if he won't have those, he would probably come over right away. Oh. It's Tetris. And this is motion. They may just be, if they have auditory sensory, they'll probably be good. Yeah. Analyzing right behind there because he's got two toys right now and he's interested in those toys. That's why it takes the... But see how great this toy is? It has so many different things going on, looks like. Animal sounds. And yeah, there is no volume control on here. Brandon, who is this? Brandon, who says moo? Now I'm trying to get him over here. But then again, they're more attracted to music rather than animals. Who is this? Huh? Huh? Who is this? Brendan, look. Yes? He just said yes. And this, you know, I'm overloading him with toys. Brandon, come here, baby. Come here. Now look. He's looking at it. Brandon, look at me. He already looks at me, so it's kind of pointless, but yes, you can have the toy. And it's gonna be probably harder to get even the last one because now he's got 3. You don't do that. You only give 1 until they have that interest, and then you just keep it at your eye level and you keep showing them. Look at me, and then you like this. I've still got 1 more. Let's see. And I better play this loud. That's actually a beautiful stuff if you can find that. I mean, look at all this soft transitioning colors and music that they know, the nursery rhymes, because they do like music. And he did not see this one before yet, and I think it's gonna be his favorite. It's very nice, very calm colors, fading, transition, you know, nothing like solid. He already looking at it.
Dreams.
The volume, there's a volume control. It's not very loud either, so it shouldn't hurt their ears. But look, it does double impact, visual and auditory, music and lights. And again, analyzing it, why it's not working, because he's got like 3 toys right now. He's already like pretty much occupied. But if you have 1 and just show, he's looking at it, he's just not coming in. Here, Brandon. Oh yeah, he's coming now. Woo! Now let's try. Brandon, look at me. Looking at me. Thank you so much, Brandon. What do you want? Huh? You want the toy?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you can have the toy. Good boy. So, turned out to be longer video, but then again, if you're looking at this, 13, still coming for these lights, sounds, and this is how you choose your toys. But first you're gonna evaluate if they can take the sound, if they can take bright lights, if they can take frequency, you know, the softness rather, how the lights going around. Just experiment and see, and then you pick up appropriate toys that you know that would be interested, that wouldn't be painful, would be something they want. And then when you have, now I don't have a toy to show, but basically, yeah, you just show them that toy, look at me, and they can see on like they may not look at your face, but they can kind of like look like that first. And if they try to reach hands, you just keep it at your eye level and see if they can reach, or some action going on, response first. And then eventually they will get used to it and they will look right at your eye level, and then you just fade out that toy and you're just gonna have that eye contact in place. So it's getting a long video now here, 25 minutes. So but yeah, so if you have a question, let me know, ask. I will try to answer if I see. Okay, talk to you soon.